Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Nano Blitz podcast. We're here for another week of NFL game picks. I'm here with my friend and co-host, Ethan Silver.
Hey Ben, so these game picks are I'm already looking at the games just right out the bat, and it is an interesting week. This might be one of the most predictable weeks in football.
Yeah, you say that, but at least half of these games are going to be upsets. That's just how the
Oh,
NFL is.
oh yeah. And I'm excited. I'm excited for these picks. I kind of want to just start right away.
Yeah, I say we just get right into the game picks. I mean, there's no big trade like the Stephon Gilmore trade last time. I say we just get right into the game picks.
I mean,
We have a lot to talk about the games this week.
If you want to talk about anything that happened in week 5, that's not the name Lamar Jackson. How about just like all of the disappointments on the Giants this week?
Oh yeah.
I'm a Giants fan, and the Cowboys, I actually started rooting for them just a little bit because Dak's my fantasy QB. But wow, when I just watch them play the Giants, it just reminds me of the Giants are my favorite.
I think something else. Oh wait, what were you saying? Continue.
Really, what's annoying is Saquon Barkley and his injury, and Kenny Golladay and Daniel Jones. I'm pretty sure will be back in time to play this Sunday, but it sucked to see. But on a bright spot, there is Kadarius Toney, and he.
Oh yeah, I picked him up in fantasy. I got him in fantasy. I mean, I really liked what I saw from Kadarius Toney. I mean, I was pretty skeptical about that pick at first. I think you were too at the time. But he really showed last game, even with Mike Glennon at quarterback. I mean, which isn't really that much of a downgrade, if even a downgrade from Daniel Jones. But like, still, not a good quarterback. He put on one of the best rookie games of all time, probably, honestly, for a receiver.
Yeah, no, the touchdowns was the issue.
Yeah, that is true. But to have almost, if he didn't get ejected, he would have had well over 200 yards. That is insane for a rookie receiver, especially considering this is the first game he's been like really good.
Statistically, he probably wasn't even the best rookie this week, but you saw the pass interference that wasn't called in the end zone. You saw him get hurt and get right back up. Kadarius Toney, I am in love with, and I cannot. I'm ordering my Kadarius Toney jersey. I might get it in a Florida though, and not
interesting.
We'll see.
I think another game we need to talk about from last week was the insanity of that Browns-Chargers game. 47-42. Justin Herbert looked like the MVP, honestly.
I predicted a huge shootout this week.
That's what we got.
I predicted the Bills-Chiefs I said a crazy number just to be over the top a little bit. I said 120 total points. Didn't quite happen, but Browns-Chargers scored an impressive 89 points. So,
yeah.
I mean this score has only happened once in NFL history, and it was a Browns loss.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But I mean, Justin Herbert, he has to be up there in the MVP talks after this game. I mean, the not even just the statistics, but the fact that he was able to carry. The Browns are an extremely good team, definitely one of the best teams in the AFC. I mean, if you look at the AFC right now, there's really 4 teams, maybe 5, that are at the top. It's the Bills, and this is not in order, by the way. The Bills, the Chargers, the Chiefs still, and I would put the Browns up there too. And then there's the 5th team, which I do want to talk about a little, the Ravens. I don't know what to make of the Ravens, if I'm going to be honest. They have a pretty good record sitting at 3-1, but they're a very confusing team. They really give their fans heart attacks. They're kind of like Seattle.
Yeah, you're right. I think that's how it definitely looks, but I could see the Ravens going crazy this year.
I could as well. I mean,
I think Lamar talent-wise is like the second best QB, third best QB. I think as a player total and how he's used and how everything works, I'd say he's top 5, and he's my number 5. I've talked about this before. Lamar could go ahead and win another MVP, and unless he just goes crazy, I watch, because when Lamar's playing, I make time to watch Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And you guys all know how I feel about Lamar Jackson. He's currently my third ranked quarterback in the entire league behind only Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers. Lamar Jackson, I don't think enough people, I mean, obviously people are talking about it because it's an insane game, but watching this game, this is insane. Someone who you consider less of like an elite pocket passer, he showed that he's an elite pocket passer. 37 for 43, 442 yards and 4 touchdowns. Don't take away all the rushing he had. That's an elite level quarterback game. Seriously, like this man, not only is he probably the best scrambling quarterback of all time, but he's now turning into an elite pocket quarterback, and he has shown that he can truly carry his team all the way to the playoffs and maybe even further. Lamar Jackson is way too disrespected currently in the NFL fan base.
I'll tell you this right now. I definitely think the Chiefs are super underrated right now. I think at first it was like, yeah, haha, let's make fun of the Chiefs. Now people are really counting the Chiefs out. Chiefs are. I mean, their defense is terrible. It's terrible, and it probably is going to cost them a championship this year. Especially if they're against the Bills again. And the only team I could see beating the Bills is the Ravens.
Yeah, I could also see the Chargers or Browns.
Yeah, I was just about to say Chargers is the only team I can think of that can score like the Bills.
And someone else who hasn't been getting a lot of love, Rashawn Slater. He's been absolutely outstanding.
He may have been the best rookie, honestly. Also,
he has been the best rookie.
Also the second best rookie, probably Asante Samuel Jr. on the same team.
I mean, no. You're forgetting about Jamar Chase.
No, I'm not.
Really?
Yeah. Go look at how
you put Asante Samuel over Jamar Chase.
Go look at how he's played. Go look how.
I mean, he's having a great year, but I mean, Jamar Chase has like a touchdown in every single game.
Asante Samuel has been really good.
He has been very good. I've actually been watching Chargers games because
he's a 2-time rookie of the week. He's just good. I think he's great.
He's definitely been the best defender. I don't think there's really a question about that. But yeah. I would personally put Jamar Chase over him. But I mean, Rashawn Slater, you can make an argument that he's probably been better than Jamar Chase, honestly. I mean, obviously, he's an offensive lineman. He's not going to have the statistics as Jamar Chase, but the amount of impact that he makes on that team shows up in the stats, and it shows up in the wins. The Chargers are 4-1, large part to their O-line, led by rookie Rashawn Slater. I really like the impact he's making, and I think that was a great addition to their team this offseason, as well as Corey Linsley.
Yeah, I definitely think that the Chargers are up next like that. Super Bowl this year, not for me, but I know a lot of people could disagree. Not a Super Bowl team for me this year.
I really would put them as I've been saying it the whole year. I really would put them as a Super Bowl contender, maybe a dark horse, but I really think they have the talent. They have the talent to go to the Super Bowl. Honestly, I truly think so.
Yeah,
with the return of Derwin James, an elite level quarterback, and Justin Herbert. Great receiving running back, Austin Eckler. Mike Williams is finally breaking out. Keenan Allen, reliable as ever. It's really an amazing team. And then you look at the defense. I didn't even mention Joey Bosa.
I think we should get into the game picks.
Yeah, we should. I can't get carried. If you've watched the past couple of weeks, you know how much I like the Chargers.
Ben and I never stop talking.
Yeah. Yeah, it's time to get into the game picks.
I don't think there's a time in the day where Ben won't talk to. Ben and I have never had a conversation that's not about football, like really, or like with a football reference, like we can't even say things without making a football reference. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. But let's get into the week 6 game pick here, and we're starting off with a strong one tomorrow night.
Buccaneers versus Eagles. Oh, I'm so upset I won't be able to watch this.
Who cares?
There's next. It's in Philadelphia. It's in Philadelphia, though. I mean, they're coming off of a win against the against an elite Panthers team,
undefeated. Or no, they lost to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Eagles are gonna lose.
Yeah, I think
Buccaneers are incredible. Eagles, not so much.
I'm not even gonna mess around like, the Eagles are gonna upset them. There's no basis for that. The Bucs are winning by a lot.
I agree. Dolphins, Jaguars. This is more my pace.
Geez, will the Dolphins finally win? I think Tua is coming back too. What a game to return to.
Yeah, they'll probably win here. And this is Tua versus Trevor. And, people tend to forget over Trevor Lawrence or last year, the most hyped up college football quarterback going into the season was not Joe Burrow, guys.
Yeah, obviously.
It was tank for Tua. It was tank for Tua, and just like tank for Trevor. I mean, not on that same level because I think everybody's been talking about Trevor since high school.
Yeah.
He's like I think I saw some stat the other day that he's one of the highest ranked high school QBs ever or players ever. And I saw that Arch Manning was above him, so that's interesting.
And over the past, I know he had the rookie shaky start, and he got a lot of criticism for that. But most rookies going to have that. But over the past couple of weeks, even though they're still losing, he's looked very good.
He's looked good enough. I agree.
He's looked back to form.
Dolphins can do something if they just do.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins are going to win. Tua's coming back. The Jaguars just aren't a good team.
Jaguars just need to fix their passing game somehow. It's the receivers. It's the receivers at this point.
I mean, DJ Chark being out for the year definitely isn't going to help that.
And yeah, I agree. But I'm also going to take the Dolphins here.
Next up.
Honestly, I could definitely see Jaguars.
Yeah, I could too. Next up, Vikings versus Panthers. The Panthers are getting Christian McCaffrey back for this game, so keep that in mind.
Vikings don't have Dalvin Cook for this game either, do they?
I believe he's coming back as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that'd be fun. I'm actually going to take the Panthers over the Vikings here.
I think I'm going to take the Panthers as well. I mean, the offense really, we could still get some production without McCaffrey, but you got to be honest. McCaffrey is by far.
What was your record with McCaffrey versus without?
3-0 and 0. Wait, yeah, 3-0 and 0-2.
Yep. It's just how it works. I'm going Panthers, and there's not even.
I mean, it doesn't help that Sam Darnold threw 3 picks last game, and our punter somehow got his kick blocked. But I'm going with the Panthers here. I think McCaffrey's return is really going to give a boost to the entire team. I do not like what I'm seeing from the all-line as a Panthers fan. I really don't like that, and I think that was the main reason Sam Darnold threw all those picks. But all that aside, I don't think the Vikings are a very good team, and I'm taking the Panthers.
I hate that the Vikings just have so much talent. They're like they're like the Panthers.
Not really.
Because we know we all knew the Panthers were not like an 0-3 team.
I mean, yeah, but I wouldn't say the Panthers have all the talent in the world.
I think they have an incredibly talented team.
They have a very young team, but the Vikings have household names.
Yeah. Vikings have the most talented team to suck in the NFL, except for really the Chiefs, because the Chiefs haven't been good.
The Panthers have a very young and hungry team of already good people, but they haven't really developed in household names like Harrison Smith, Eric Kendricks, Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson, those type of guys.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I'm taking the Panthers as well. Next up, we have an extremely good game. 2 of the best teams in the AFC, Chargers versus Ravens. This is definitely, if I can, this is definitely going to be the game I'm watching at 1 o'clock.
Okay, Ben, ready to disagree?
Oh my God, I don't even know.
Baltimore Ravens are taking the W. I'm super high on the Ravens. Super high on the Ravens.
God. I'm gonna get. I could really see this going either way, but for disagree, I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I really do think they're one of the better teams in the league. I think they really are going to be one of those Super Bowl contenders. And the Ravens, they've won games, but it's really been on the back of one man, and their defense has not looked as good as previous years. The run game, besides Lamar Jackson, obviously hasn't been amazing. I think that it'll be another pretty big Justin Herbert game, but I don't think that's going to be the main story. I think Derwin James is going to have another solid game. I think Joey Bosa is going to have a good game. And I think the Chargers defense is going to get them the win.
Yeah, I think that the Ravens take this win. Lamar is coming off one of the best quarterback games ever.
Yeah, he really is.
So is Justin Herbert. He's having
these are 2 of the best quarterback games.
But Lamar Jackson, the best Ravens quarterback of all time, is
I don't know. Joe Flacco was pretty good.
He's Super Bowl Flacco.
Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco?
Yeah. And Lamar is just incredible. He can
Lamar's becoming one of my favorite
carry an offense
quarterbacks.
like that. Imagine if Lamar just had one weapon that was like, wow. I mean, I think personally, Marquise Brown isn't as bad as everyone says.
We have disagreeing opinions on that.
I definitely think that people look at like actual stats for him. He's not a really stat player. I mean, he should be. Not to say he shouldn't be, because he should be open. But instead, Lamar probably hesitates a little bit when he's his look, because he probably has the worst hands out of the receiving core. I mean, if all of them were starting, Sammy Watkins, I'd say, has better hands. Rondale Moore, or not Rondale Moore. Excuse me. Rashad Bateman definitely probably has better hands than him. Even Devin Duvernay, I could say, has better hands than him. And Lamar doesn't care. He's still so good regardless.
You know what, Ethan? I'm actually going to disagree with you about that, because I think on the contrary, not only is he, I don't think that he's like better than his stats show. I think he's actually worse than his stats show. I mean, he has big plays, but think about all the big plays he's ruined by just dropping it.
See, I'm not talking about while getting targeted though, even, because I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about completely taking the top off the defense so that Mark Andrews can be good, because I think Mark Andrews is one of the most overrated players in the entire.
Oh yeah, Mark Andrews. I agree with that. Mark Andrews
is so overrated.
It's just that Lamar loves his tight ends. Imagine like if Lamar had
even Mike Gesicki.
No, what about like someone like T.J. Hawkinson?
Well, T.J. Hawkinson, I think any quarterback in the NFL would want.
Oh yeah. I think we're getting a little off topic though. I'm going to take the Chargers in this game.
I'm going to take the Ravens.
All right, next up. Next game. Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, and the Rams versus Dementia Daniel Jones, no Saquon versus Dementia Daniel Jones, Gary Brightwell,
and the running back at wide receiver,
and no Kenny Golladay.
And the running back at wide receiver.
Who are you taking in this game?
I'm taking the Rams. Let's go.
All right, I'm taking the Rams as well. I'm scared to see what Aaron Donald does.
I'm scared that I'm gonna watch my team die. Like, not
Daniel Jones, literally, he's gonna die.
Shut up. Next, Texans Colts.
All right. Oh God, Texans Colts. Oh wait. By the way, I did get the Colts game wrong last game.
No, I think you got it right.
I did not. I predicted.
Oh yeah, the Ravens made the comeback. I forgot about that.
I thought I was gonna be right for a second, and then they came back.
So who are you taking?
So I'm now 0-6 on Colts games. So if you're listening to this and you're a better, pick whoever I don't take. I'm gonna take the Colts in this game.
Okay. So here's my mindset. I am not superstitious. So I want to take the Colts here. But just this one thing has me so confused that you've like missed every Colts game.
I don't even know how.
So maybe it's because I've never joined you, because we've been split also on every Colts game.
Yeah.
So I've gotten every Colts game right. So I'll go Colts. Even it out. Make it a real 50-50 game.
All right. Next up, Chiefs versus the Washington football team.
Oh, Chiefs needed a break. Thank goodness.
They got the break a couple of weeks ago. If the Eagles are getting another one, this is gonna be
not like not the breakdown against the Ravens and the Chargers.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs winning this. I liked Washington going into the year, but their defense is really disappointing me, and I don't think they're a playoff team anymore.
Washington football team. Yeah, I agree. Chiefs, I'm gonna take for sure.
Oh, and by the way, stay tuned for a little later in the episode where we talk about the Raiders.
Oh, are we talking about the Raiders?
Yeah, we'll talk about the Raiders when we get there, though.
I don't know. I might have to put on my suit for this one.
All right. Next up, the greatest rivalry in football, supposedly, the Packers versus the Bears.
So, I think the Bears have such a good team. I actually do. Packers are just so good, so I'm going to take the Packers.
I don't think the Bears are that good of a team. I'm taking the Packers.
I think the Bears really do have a good team. I mean, their offensive line is terrible, and their backfield is interesting.
You know who they should sign? I really would like Desmond Trufant to be on their team.
Desmond Trufant could
be a great pickup.
You know, looking at someone like that, their corners are really weak. Like if they just were to get a new GM or new head coach or something that just can take a player, Desmond Trufant would actually make a really good player to pick up.
I couldn't agree more. But I'm still taking the Packers in this game.
It fills holes at corners.
Yeah, it really does.
It really does, just having someone with the ability of Desmond Trufant.
So we're both taking the Packers.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
All right. Next up, the game everyone's been looking forward to: the Bengals versus the Lions. Actually, wait, this might actually be a good. I was thinking this from a last year mindset, like, oh, this is a terrible game, but this year this is actually a decent game. The Bengals literally have looked. Both of these teams have looked pretty much good in every game, even though the Lions are 0-5.
Right. Bengals are the ones that are getting more wins, but I'm taking the Lions here.
I'm taking the Bengals. I think the Bengals are actually a very good team this year.
I actually think the Bengals are really good too. Their offense is incredible. And Jesse Bates still looks like one of the best safeties in the NFL. But Lions just have this thing about them that I just love. I've been so high for the Lions.
Yeah, I know.
For the past year.
Yeah.
This entire year. It started with me falling in love with Dan Campbell, then falling in love with really it's DeAndre Swift I liked at Georgia, and then Dan Campbell came out of nowhere and talked about biting people's kneecaps off, and I just almost cried. Lions really, if they had a better if they just have a slightly better defense, I think Lions could actually be pretty good.
Yeah. I'm taking the Bengals, though.
I'm taking the Lions. First split of the day.
Now, what?
Isn't that the first split of the day?
No, we split on Chargers by Ravens, too.
Oh, yeah, we did.
And we split on there's another game. No, you picked the Colts. Yeah. So, yeah, this is our second split. Next up.
Oh, this is going to be a high-scoring game.
This is going to be a very high-scoring game. The undefeated Cardinals versus the Cleveland Browns. If you've watched this, you know my opinions on Kyler Murray. I mean, I've been wrong on that, but I still have my opinions on him, but I've definitely been proven wrong on that. But I'm going to take the Browns in this game. I think they hand the Cardinals their first loss.
I mean, I feel like every week I look at these teams and I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to take the Browns. But then Cardinals win these games.
Yeah, I know.
And so really, for no reason, because I do think the Browns are going to win, I'm taking the Cardinals because it's a gut feeling,
I see that. I mean, two very talented teams when you're really looking at it. So another split. Next up.
Ooh.
Cowboys versus the Patriots.
Hoochie Mama.
What?
Hoochie Mama.
All right.
This is America's game right here.
America's game that no one wants to watch.
It's all the obnoxious fans all put into a stadium together to go yell at each other about who's the best player of all time.
Well, the Jets aren't there.
Oh, Jets, Jesus.
I would say pretty much every fan base is annoying if you find the right people.
I agree. Actually, I like Seahawks fans.
They have a lot of bandwagons.
Yeah, that's true. They have a lot of little boys.
I know.
I don't know. I don't
like Broncos fans.
Oh yeah. What am I saying? I'm taking Cowboys.
Yeah, same. The Patriots.
They look like one of the best.
The Patriots were a field goal away from losing to the Texans last week, led by Davis Mills.
They were also a field goal away from beating the Buccaneers.
That is true. It's just how the NFL works.
That's not changing anything. Cowboys look like one of the best teams in the NFL, and I don't even know what to think of the Patriots still.
Yeah, I'm taking the Cowboys. That time, Ethan.
What time is it?
Time to talk about the Raiders.
Oh, what? There's a Raiders game? I thought we just Steelers Seahawks next. Sunday, October 17th, at 4:25. The Broncos play the Raiders. And the Raiders, their coach being John Madden,
creator of infamous game, Madden NFL football.
Yeah, he
infamous. Emphasis on infamous.
I mean, a different John.
Let's just talk about it.
Okay, John Gruden basically was forced to resign from the Raiders. And I think it's just ridiculous. That's a joke. He's disgusting.
Yeah, absolutely disgusting. I mean, I don't want to get too into the details, but if you've been following the situation, just disgusting comments by John Gruden. I mean, when it first came out, it didn't seem like it was terrible, but after it started going down the rabbit hole, it got really bad. I mean, this is the right call by the Raiders.
He said some terrible things.
I know.
And he should have no other consequence except for being fired. There's nothing. I don't care how good of a coach he's been, which really, I mean, for the Bucks, sure. The Bucks took him out of their Ring of Fire.
Yeah, I did see that.
Or Ring of Honor, not Fire.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I mean, he made a mistake, and he's paying for what he said.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta pay. If you make a mistake, you just got to pay the consequences.
I mean, yeah, it's really
that simple.
Yeah, it's not even that upsetting to see. He got what he deserves.
I know, and it's not like I'm like oh no, I love John Gruden. Like
this really begs the question though: who's the Raiders head coach?
I don't know.
Raiders. I'm curious. Raiders.
It's probably just an interim head coach.
It is Rich Bisaccia, whatever.
But from a more football standpoint, how does the departure of their coach randomly in the middle of the year affect a team that has actually been decently good this year? They lost to the Bears, but they've been decently good this year. They're 3-2. How does this affect their team? You think they'll still be able to make a push for the playoffs?
No.
I don't think so either. I think this is it's really hard to change coaching in the middle of the year, especially if it's so sudden like this. Not to mention the Raiders weren't like a surefire lock for the playoffs either, especially in like the best division or one of the best divisions of football.
Yeah. I mean, they do make it one of the best divisions.
But all of that aside, I still think they're going to beat the Broncos.
I actually agree. They need a win. They need a win this week.
After saying all of that, yeah, the Broncos are frauds. That's all I got to say about this game.
Yeah, Broncos are frauds. Raiders are needing a win right now, though. So
yeah,
we'll give it to the Raiders. Seahawks Steelers. I feel like this is going to be a weird game.
I feel like this is going to be a good game.
This is like if you took defense on like a bar, and there was a little line, and one side was defense, one side was offense. You slide it all the way to the offense side, you get the Seahawks. You slide it all the way to the defense side, you get the Steelers. And then there's no balance for either.
There really isn't.
Yeah. Steelers have big names on offense.
I mean,
keep big names on defense.
Before you start saying this, keep in mind the guy who carries the entire team, Russell Wilson, is out.
So, and the guy who carries the entire team, Juju Smith-Schuster's out. I'm actually gonna take. I think I might actually still take. I'm gonna take. Shoot, I'll let you go first.
I'm gonna go Steelers. I mean, Geno Smith, who knows? He could be good, but I just don't think the Steelers are that good of a team in general, and they're really just all their mistakes are pretty much masked up by Russell Wilson, and with him gone, they're going to get exposed, even against a really bad offense.
You know what? Yeah, I'll go Steelers as well. I needed to hear someone's opinion on that. That's a tough game.
Yeah,
it's a really tough game. But the final game is gonna be another high-scoring game.
Yep. Seems like every Monday Night Football this game has been amazing.
It seems like every Bills game has been amazing.
I wouldn't say that their shutout wins were that fun to watch.
I mean, they kind of are.
I mean, if you're a Bills fan, they're fun to watch.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're a Bills fan.
But watching that as a semi-Dolphins fan, no.
Bills versus the Titans and King Henry.
Ooh, I feel like this is going to be close, like really close.
I'm thinking about those old Josh Allen tweets. He loves it.
Oh, that's Mitch. Oh, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's Mitch.
All right, who are you taking in this game?
Oh, my gosh. Here's what I predict. Bills win this game. Yeah. Derrick Henry has like 250 total yards.
Oh my god.
And like 2 touchdowns.
I'm gonna go with with the Titans in this game.
The Titans?
Yeah, I'm taking the upset in this game. I think that the Titans,
That's crazy.
I think that the Titans, I don't know what their problem is, if I'm gonna be honest. They play perfectly fine against normal teams, but when they have to play a team like the Jets, they completely crumble. I don't understand. This is gonna be a very close game, though. I really think this could go either way.
I think it could really just go Bills way. But hey, Titans win this game next week against the Chiefs. Maybe they'll have momentum and make the Chiefs again.
So that pretty much wraps up our game picks for this week.
Yeah, that pretty much wraps up everything for this week.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not a super exciting week in the NFL. I mean, not a lot that we want to get super into, at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, go check out the Instagram. We try and post there a lot. We've been really posting, before and after the weekends so we can watch football. But if you guys want us to post more, go follow, go tell us in the comments what you want to see, and we read the comments. We check who follows us. So hey, just go ahead, check us out, and you guys come back next week to find out if we were right, if we were wrong, and I'm sure someone like Russell Gage is going to go crazy this week.
All right, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed.